It's time to rev it up and roll with America's premier motorcycle talk show. Open Road Radio is on the air with Gina Woods and other guest hosts. And now, with riding on their minds, here's your hosts of Open Road.
All right, welcome to Motorcycle Mondays here on Open Road Radio. Hey, it is that time, man. We are off to the races. You know, last weekend, guys, we did the girls. Now we're doing the guys.
And there's still girls racing out there.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Even with the guys. So we've got, I think just because of the whole Female International Riding Women's Day thing last weekend. So we kind of wanted to highlight the whole women thing. So it's just off to the races tonight, man. We've got some great interviews that we've got. Rob Buydos and Penny, you were with him all weekend.
I was. I had the great opportunity of working with the Bagger Racing League this last weekend in Salt Lake City, Utah, actually Grantsville, Utah, at the Utah Motorsports Campus. It was round one of the races, and what a great time. And, you know, Rob Buydos and his crew, they're amazing. Good races to start off the year in the race series. It's actually called the Drag Specialties Battle of the Baggers, presented by Custom Dynamics, and you guys got to keep your eye out on it. Sorry, we were live on Fight TV also, so to see the production behind the scenes, you know, you hear the announcers and everything. It was man, did I learn a lot. It was quite impressive. So yeah, a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
That is awesome, man. How did you snag a great job like that?
It was, you know, it was really neat. Marilyn Stem had referred me to Rob because I had never met Rob, and long hours, but a whole lot of fun. There were quite a few industry people there. Tom Motzko, Marilyn Stem, Jessica Shines. I mean, quite a few people, and, you know, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Gelfer, I mean, you name it, you know, all the sponsors were there and vendors.
Well, you've been in the industry for so long, Penny. It's not a surprise that they would get you for your talents. I mean, you know the industry very well, and I'm not surprised.
Thanks, Gina.
Lucky dog.
I was lucky. Lucky Penny, that's my nickname.
I know. Yeah, you got it. Well, we've got a great interview coming up that we're going to hear with Rob, and some pretty fun stuff that's going to go along with that. So I'll bet you had a great weekend. We are also going to speak with Chris Boone, Lucky 13. And man, he has got quite a backstory of racing. So I think this is going to be a really fun interview. It's going to be a fun show. We want to welcome all of our listeners from KSHP, 1400 AM, Las Vegas, the Full Throttle Law Studios. And we are missing Dazzlin tonight, and we hope that she recovers quickly from a little accident that she got into over the weekend. She got something with her hand. She pinched something.
Yeah, it's her throttle hand, or was it her clutch hand?
I think it was her throttle hand.
Yeah.
I think she.
Oh, go ahead. No,
I think she was going into some hand surgery today.
Right.
So we wish her quick recoveries and lots of prayers with you.
We have to make sure that everybody gives us a like and a share and leaves us a comment also, by the way, so we can reply to those.
Yes, please do. Please give it a like, give it a share. Motorcycle Mondays, brought to you by Open Road Radio and our good friends from Seafoam products. Hope you are using them. Now is the time. Bugs be gone. All kinds of great products by Seafoam that you could and should be using now. Andrew's Products, we've got a really big message coming up that we will announce next week here on Motorcycle Mondays from Andrew's Products. And it's really for those racing teams, the racing crews and racing teams. They're going to be excited to hear this. Chicks on 66, sponsored by Harley Davidson. We are speaking next week with Karen Davidson.
Nice.
So that's going to be a really fun interview. And they are sponsoring Chicks on 66, Route 66 from Chicago out to Santa Monica. And we've been talking with them. I don't know, the last week we had Karen on or a couple of weeks ago. And it's just been a lot of fun to get these girls' backgrounds and find out how they're preparing for this long trip.
Yes, absolutely. And you're doing part of that, aren't you?
I am. I'm still in the midst of trying to decide how long I can go for it. That's a long time, a good 2 weeks. Not that I wouldn't love writing for 2 weeks. It's just there's so much, this is our if you're in the industry, this is our time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping to hook up with some of the gals, Dazzlin and I, as they make their way, into California. So we'll hook up with them, probably Kingman, Arizona, and then go to California. So
fantastic. Yeah. Dan, where does that put you?
In the garage. I heard Dazzling got into it and had to tune someone's clock. You should see the other guy.
Right? That's the stories we should go with. Guys do that all the time. So
just might happen, actually.
Yeah, it could have. All right. So, and our new sponsor, Motorcycle Safety Foundation. And we've got a story coming up. I guess we can go and get into that right now. We're going to do a real quick motorcycle news corner for you. And Kenny, why don't you lead us off with that? You almost had a little relationship going there, but there's been an announcement that the IMS is not going on this year.
Yeah. I had been, darn it, I had been, speaking with the folks over there and was hoping to help them out as a community marketing specialist. And it appears that they've definitely put a hold on the 2022 events, which is sad. I mean, the show's been around for 40 years. And you have people working on that show that have been there for 30 years. I mean, Tracy Harris alone and a couple of the other girls that have spent such a large part of their career at that company. I feel really bad. It was something that I was looking forward to being able to help out with because, a lot of respect for those shows, but hopefully it'll come back in 2023. I honestly don't know what their plans are, but we sure will miss them this year for sure.
Yeah, we're definitely going to miss them. They came out with the outdoor type, and we've got a couple other news stories that are outdoor. But yeah, that seems to be since the whole COVID thing seems to be the new trade show scenario.
Yeah, it has. And I'm hoping that, all the racing that's taking place these days is going to be the things that, get people out and, like we were saying last week, the next generation gets them excited about it. So we can continue this industry with, full strength.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really a little astounding that they did bring it out last year. It didn't have a whole lot of pre-promotion, which I think is so important to these events, to get people aware of them ahead of time, because, the people are making plans in January already,
yes.
For what they're going to do for the rest of the year.
Oh, no. Yeah. Budget times are always like when I travel and I go to Sturgis, that's when I'm getting money, and preparing for, when I worked at Hogs and Heifers, we did 10 events a year, and Sturgis was my event where I was promoting what I was doing the next year, just to let everybody know what's going on for starters, and to people to prepare in their budgets, Yeah.
So. And I'm surprised that they didn't, if they had to, if they had to cancel the outdoor, that they would go back to the indoor. I mean, those were very big shows, here in Chicago alone, it was 65, 70,000 people on a top year, when they did them, Dan, at the Rosemont in the middle of winter.
Yeah, right. It was in March or February or something like that. It was nice
February.
to get out, stretch your legs, get you all pumped up for the season ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So big news from IMS, and it's really disappointing. And I think on some of the posts I saw, it was kind of like a goodbye, like they were saying goodbye. I know I've spoken to several of the staff, Loza, Meredith Loza over there. And I don't know, it just kind of seemed a little final, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what 2023 brings.
And I think a lot of our events now are kind of grassroots. I mean, for instance, Born Free.
Yeah.
And, Moto One, there's so many, Tennessee Motorcycle and Music Revival, which we've been talking about. That's a new up and coming event. So it's those shows are real, like a culture thing, don't you think, Gina? I mean, it's just a completely different vibe, which is kind of cool.
I do. Yeah. I think things have really gone back to kind of a grassroots type, an outdoor and a glamping type of thing. I mean, it's kind of a turn, I think, where we're at.
I agree.
It's tradition, not trend,
Yeah, good. I like it.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, Fernandez.
Good one, Jan. Fantastic.
That was all my brain power right there.
That was the statement of the night.
There we go. And he's just getting started.
He is just getting started. Yes.
All right. What else have we got? We got MSF launches Riders Adventure course. Okay. So we've kind of seen in the last couple of years, like we were just talking, IMS did the outdoor thing. J&P Cycles did the outdoor thing last year with those Moto fests. And they've got a couple more planned this year. I think they just had one somewhere, I want to say, or coming up in Rapid City. I think they just had one. I'll have to look.
Yeah.
They didn't hire me for it, so I don't know. But they did last year. That's why I know. So it doesn't surprise me that Motorcycle Safety Foundation, one of our new sponsors as well, launches Riders Adventure course. And I think that is really cool because I think that's what people are, that's what we're talking about, Dan, is the traditional instead of trendy going on. And they're building the first year success. The Motorcycle Industry Council's Ride With Us. Whoops, I think that's the wrong one. That is the wrong one. Can I start that over?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay.
Just jump in wherever.
And that would be the MSF launches Adventure Bike Rider course. Motorcycle Safety Foundation will help adventure and dual purpose riders looking to learn fundamental off-road skills. Very cool. Through its newest offering, the Adventure Bike Rider course. The course features 12 exercises and an adventure prep discussion that will help riders better understand and control their motorcycles so they can gain off-riding confidence. Dan does that every day out by his place.
They're doing it right now out in the garage. I don't know if you can hear the dirt bikes right there.
Exactly.
No matter what season it is, it's nice to have something get between your legs,
Did you buy a Pan America? You got a Pan America for that?
I have a really old TC100 Enduro that has a shifter for off and on road gear splitting, real prehistoric.
Wow.
I got the old 350 Scrambler Honda right here with the high pipes, and I've always been a huge fan of enduros and adventure riding. I mean, I'll take my bagger off in the desert and go down in a Royal,
Oh my God! So we were at a dance place one time, and we were on the what is that? What do you the
side by side?
Side by side. We're on the side by side, and we're just hitting it hard through like the brush and this forest, and all of a sudden we get to like this top of this hill and it goes straight down, and I'm like, oh, Dan's not going to do that. Bam, we were into it, and I was like, holy crap. Yeah, it's an adventure.
We had some other chick with us with a broken foot, and the rear wheels came off the ground, and I was saying a Hail Mary the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
Thank God he wasn't telling us that.
But whether it's I've always been a fan of rung what you brung. The motorcycle, don't matter what bike, I like them all. I like speed bikes to mopeds, it appeals to me, if you can race them and make them dangerous, then that's what it is.
The course is a single-day experience taken on a student's personal ADV or dual-purpose motorcycle. All instruction is done on Motorcycle Safety Foundation recognized riding range under the guidance of certified instructors or coaches. And the overview is ADV familiarization, motorcycle equipment and features, basic controls, controlled loss of traction, how and when to use it, standing up, how, when, and why, pivot rider posture, shifting weight and posture for bike control, risk management, counterweight, maneuvering for slow, tight turns, straight line braking, rear wheel braking, obstacles, U-turn on hill, how to make a U-turn when going uphill, traversing a hill, how to ride across a hill. So those are some cool things. I would love to take something like that, I think, adventurous.
And give you pointers and you can apply it,
Yeah.
I learned how to ride motorcycles by being chased by police.
Oh my gosh. Go figure.
Yeah.
Another story for another day.
Yeah. Honda put on a course years ago. I was working for Dirt Rider magazine and I got to take it on motorcycles off-road, dirt class. And we had to do a U-turn on a hill. It scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
It was a good course. Yeah.
When in doubt, throttle out.
Hey, I just learned how to do a U-turn on a Sturvey car last week, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And keep it rocking. So that's cool stuff. And I hope that people get out there and take advantage of these. So for more information, adventure bike rider course, go and check it out and get enrolled. Let's do it. Okay, what have we got next, Carl? We got that Ride With Us Moto intros planned for all 22 Overland Expos. Again, more outdoor riding adventures. I love it.
And it looks like there's four of those: Flagstaff, Redmond, Loveland, and Arrington.
Yes. So it's a moto intro is for those who have never ridden a motorcycle or a scooter before, and the Motorcycle Safety Foundation certified coaches just take you through a real basic course. They had that at the MotoFest in Texas last year. And basically they have a huge lot and they had about 10 riders and they're on their bikes and they had gloves on and glass goggles and helmets. And they took you through something very basic, probably I don't know, Dan, I bet it was 30 minutes to an hour. And they would have you go down and stop and turn around. And I mean, for people that have never been on a bike before, it was a real simple, easy, get to know your bike. They would teach you, alongside the bike. Yeah, totally. And then get on it and do it right there, at some rally or a fest or, we were at the Outdoor Moto Fest. So I thought it was pretty cool, actually. And that would lead you to go and get your motorcycle license. So it give you the confidence and comfortability to do so.
And it gives you, if you take a class like that, it gives you a discount on your insurance too.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So good stuff, man. They've got a Flagstaff, Arizona, May 20th through the 22nd. Redmond, Oregon, July 8th through the 10th. Loveland, Colorado, August 26th through the 28th. And Arlington, Virginia, 7th through the 9th. So they've only got 4 now, but maybe they will have more next year.
Well, and they're spread out nicely, actually.
Yeah, they really are. They're in some really good locations. Well, Arizona, Oregon, and Colorado are kind of all your way, but
yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I got 2 cousins out in Loveland right now working an oil rig. My 2 young cousins.
Oh, cool. Well, we'll have to tell them about the class. You
met George before. He needs
to
go to that.
I love George. George is awesome, man. Okay, and so let's wrap it up with this really cool story about Les Paul and Triumph getting together. Triumph and Gibson have stepped up to provide further support for a distinguished gentleman's ride by offering 3 guitars, each signed by a famous musician, a custom painted guitar case, each inspired by a legendary Triumph rider. These Saints of Speed. Nice. Custom guitar cases will be painted by world-renowned guitarist, artist James Willis. And those are donated to support the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, which has global charities fundraising for prostate cancer and men's mental health. So that is pretty cool. I'm so digging. The Distinguished Gentleman's Ride #1 is such a cool ride, world-renowned. And that is May 22nd. So that is this coming Sunday. And our local Woodstock Harley Davidson has been advertising the heck out of it. They do a really big thing. So you can either go to Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, or I'm sure you can find it under Triumph or Gibson.
Hey guys, we have Rob Buydos from the Bagger Racing League coming up, and we also have Chris Boone from Sons of Speed coming up.
So stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages. Hang in there, Dan.
Open Road Radio.
How can you tell if somebody actually cares? Look at their actions. At Full Throttle Law, we are all about protecting riders. That means we don't just organize rides. We take action to keep riders safe. We have sponsored or created over 20 safety-focused events in the past year alone. Emergency response classes, first aid courses, riding seminars, track days, garage nights, and fundraisers for local independent charities. Any law firm can help you get a settlement if you get hurt. But we're already on the road with you, doing everything we can to make sure we all get home safe at the end of the ride. If you've been hurt in any kind of accident, tell your smartphone to call Full Throttle Law. We ride together. Are you ready to ride? Seafoam Motor Treatment was born with a focus on being a safe and effective product that helps engines run cleaner and last longer. Seafoam Motor Treatment is now one of the best-selling additives in North America. Seafoam Motor Treatment is an all-petroleum blend that helps lubricate upper cylinders while it cleans, helping engines to run cleaner, run smoother, and last longer. Seafoam products have attracted a passionate following as the proven choice for mechanics, vehicle enthusiasts, and all sorts of people who love or depend on engines. We've grown since our humble beginnings, but our focus is still the same. Safe products that are proven to work and keep engines and equipment running their best. And if you're looking for a great cleaning combo for your bike, try Seafoam Bugs Be Gone to clean and Seafoam Fast Shine to detail. Ask for it at your local retailer. Seafoam, the trusted choice since 1942. Check out the website for the full line of products, locations, and videos at seafoamsales.com, and like us on Facebook. While some products fix problems, Andrews solves them. With nearly 50 years of passion, precision, and high performance, Andrews Products changes the world of motorsports. Engineered and manufactured in-house, Andrews excels by using aircraft steel, then machining to the closest industry tolerances. If you need powerful cams, gears, and transmissions for your ride that are proudly made in America, use Andrews Products. Contact AndrewsProducts.com or call our tech line Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 847-759-0190. Harley Davidson is synonymous with trips, traveling, and women riders. Harley Davidson supports all women riders, and they are excited to support the AMCA Riveters Club first event, Chicks on 66, a 14-day cross-country ride June 11th through the 26th that follows Route 66 from Chicago, Illinois to Santa Monica, California. Harley Davidson hosts Chicks on 66, launching the ride from the Harley Davidson Museum on Friday, June 10th, where the day's schedule will include rider registration, motorcycle tech check, meet and greet, dinner, riders meeting, and optional museum tours. On Saturday, June 11th, riders will depart for Chicago, setting forth on Route 66 on Sunday morning. Follow along on Harley Davidson's website, the Riveters, and Open Road Radio's Facebook page, where you can see, hear, and follow the stories and interviews from Harley Davidson representatives and these 40-some motorcycle enthusiasts. That's Chicks on 66 cross-country ride June 11th through the 26th. Check it out on Open Road Radio.
Warm weather means more friends, more road trips, more fun, and more people on the road. But it also means more distractions. Summer brings out motorcycle riders, so please remember to look twice, even 3 times, to see motorcycles and to cut down on distractions while driving. Let's keep this summer fun.
All right. And speaking of racing, we are off to the races with good friend racer and announcer Rob Buydos joins us tonight. Hey, Rob.
Hi, Gina. How's it going?
It is going, man. How are you? I know that you just got back, didn't you?
Yeah, we were out in Salt Lake City, Utah, the Bagger Racing League. It's a racing organization I own, and we put on our opening race for the 2022 series at Utah Motorsports Campus. And man, we had outstanding weather and great turnout of riders, good turnout of fans, and we were able to get a really good event off.
Well, I gotta say, it looks like you guys are having a lot of fun out there.
Our friend Robert, he's a Pilates instructor by day. No, I'm only kidding.
Oh my God. This cat is wild.
He's a good time. We're out there for the entertainment.
That is hilarious. Rob, I would pay money just to go see that.
You can. You can. Don't think there's not a way. You can do that. Everyone can. And if you don't come and watch it, you can always download the app on Fight and pick up the view right now.
Yeah. Tell when's the next race, Rob?
We're going to be in Milwaukee, Labor Day weekend, I believe it is. Is that Labor Day, the end of September?
Yep.
I always get Labor Day and Memorial Day, which comes first. I think Memorial Day is first. So Labor Day will be in Milwaukee at the Milwaukee Mile. And, I hope everybody's in town for the 119th homecoming. So it should be a big event with a big crowd already built in.
That's fantastic. That is very exciting. And that is Labor Day weekend, which is the beginning of September. So I think that's September 2nd through the 4th, right?
Yeah. We're going to do a little double header. We'll have a race school like we always do. People, they want to participate. And we try to be a good steward to the road racing community. And one of their criteria is that you have a racing license. So on traditionally Friday mornings, there's a school. They take you out onto the track. They put you back into the classroom for some more study. And they take you all the way up through, they call it a mock race, where everyone that's in the school lines up on the grid and they have the green flag and they take off the whole bit. And if you're safe and you practice good racetrack etiquette and things like that, you can get your racing license. If you're the human being that thinks you have to take an incredible amount of chances, you're dangerous, they'll turn you around and tell you maybe to, think about it a little harder before you get up for guys going, 100 miles an hour into turn one, essentially.
Where do I sign up?
I'm sorry, what?
Where do I sign up?
Bagger Racing League Reds. And you'd be you're nice and close to Milwaukee. So you get there Friday morning, you get in on Thursday for tech. And then on Friday morning, you'd have your bike kind of ready to go. And you guys are the first group on the track, bright and early in the morning. And I believe they get out there like 3 times. And then you either have graduated or not. But then as soon as you do, the rest of the day is practice throughout the course of the day. And you finally qualify in the class that you signed up for.
Awesome.
Fantastic. I love that it's open. How many racers will you allow on in each category?
Honestly, so you do it 2 ways. On the grid, a big full class would be 40 riders. And we've had some big grids. The NAM's Big Twin has the most, right? Usually around 22 or 23. So we're not quite at capacity yet. If we ever did get there, you'd be placed on it by qualifying, how fast you're able to go. Top 40 would make it, the rest, or 39, the rest might have a last chance qualifier. And then the field would be set then for the race. So you have you definitely have a way to get in. You either fast enough qualifying, or in the last chance, you just find a way that, and there's people that do that. They can't qualify, but man, can they race once it becomes time to go. They get in that race face and boom, they're way different.
That's got to be so much fun. That's got to be great to see it just spread out. And racing this year, I think, has gotten, with the Indian versus Harley and Sons of Speed. Racing this year has really blown up, I think. The last couple of years, but I think more people are taking action in it.
Well, for the motorcycle dealers in the aftermarket industry, it's perfect. I love bike shows. I've attended as many as I can, and I love the artisan that goes into the creation, the paint, the fabrication. And that's art. That's true art. But, it was always subject to someone's opinion. If I like choppers and I like panhead choppers and you throw a nice metal flake red panhead chopper, it's hard for me to look at something else. That's what I like. So if I'm judging a bike show and there's a red metal flake panhead chopper that's executed well, it's hard for me to go, that's, not the greatest bike in the world. But in this particular way, you don't have to work on someone's opinion. If you build a better mousetrap, because it's basically all the same carcass, mostly an FL based Harley or a Dyna Softail or FXR, even some of the Sportsters. But if you build the best swing arm, the best forks, the best exhaust, you got the best mid-mount controls, your cam works real good, your brakes are the best, the ergonomics on your bike are perfect, all that stuff, you're going to win. Not because I said so, because the performance that you created is the right stuff,
You earned it.
Yeah, you earned it. And the checkered flag says you won. You were the first one to get here, and they all have electronic scoring and timing, thanks to our race director, Alex Mock. So we know exactly how fast you're going. We know who's fastest through a segment. It's broken. It's pretty scientific, actually.
Yeah, but it's all right there for you. I mean, it's all right there. I love racing. I think racing, my grandfather used to race at O'Hare Airport when it was O'Hare Stadium, and that was cars. But I come from a long line of racers, and I don't know, I get like a little kid. I just love the effing races, man. I really do.
And round one went really smooth, didn't it, Rob?
The fact that we've been able to align ourselves with folks from MX Sports, who's a premier promoter in the country, and then the staff I feel that I've been able to assemble from Penny Osiki and the sponsorship side, the Lauren Bauer, Kelly was out there, we had Alex Mock, Terry Reimer in charge of the parking lot, a few other guys, Jimmy Perry was up there, we had Dante in the booth, Megawatt was handling stuff. So I was pretty fortunate that through years of working at competition, I've been able to find some real diamonds in the rough, and I bring them together, and I feel it's a small, but it's a mighty effective team that keeps it on time, keeps it safe, makes sure everybody has what they need to do their best. So I'm pretty.
That's very cool, Rob. Yeah, that's cool. And the racers, they did great too. There were no mishaps.
We had a couple tip overs, but that's just finding the limits. Yeah. And fortunately, I think we had one fella jam up his wrist a little bit, but he was already telling me that he's got some big plans for his bike to keep it even more competitive, and he'll be back for sure. And that's, it's really the early years of this. I was doing a little bit of math with somebody that's been with me through most of it, and if you add up every road racing race that has ever happened, there's still less than 10. I believe the next race that ever happens will be the 10th Harley road race that's ever happened. That's pretty wild. You come up with a whole entire genre of something that didn't even begin until it was 118 years old, roughly, or 17, whatever it was. So
wow.
That's
Wow. Rob, how long have you been doing this? Now, I know that you are a racer yourself. You're an announcer. I mean, this is in your veins. This is just, pumping, inside you, and has been for a long time. But when did you come up with BRL?
Well, it was to be honest with you, it was January 10th of 2020, right before COVID, at the Elks Club in Newport Beach. I got 12 of the best vendors I felt at the time, ones that are really focused on the performance side of things, from like Saddleman and Fueling and Alloy Art and Sly Fox and Daryl Bassani. And, we sat down at a table, we cracked open a frosty beer. And I said, the days of taking a bike and putting some oversized wheels and air suspension and slamming it in the weeds just for a picture. I said, I think people are starting to, ride their bikes a lot harder. They're pushing them to limits that, we're soon going to be, out of talent on the street because of the limitations. I go, let's take these to a track and show why you'd put an aluminum swing arm and longer rear shocks rather than lower, and why you'd have a taller seat, and instead of putting ape hangers, you'd put a set of motocross low bars. Because this hard. As soon as it happened, I think there was a whole side of the motorcycle community that had maybe sort of exhausted the traditional big wheel bagger thing, and they were just looking to see what are we going to do next? You know, where does the next cog in this wheel fit in? And it'll all be circular. I mean, we'll be back to choppers at some point and all that stuff. But for right now, you know, if you think about it from the chopper era, you'd take the front brake off, you'd get rid of suspension if it even had any. So they didn't necessarily improve the ride or the safety. Then through the whole like Arlen Ness era in the 90s, you'd take a soft tail or an FXR, slam it to the ground, a lot of billet parts, stretch the tank, stretch the airbag, you know, whatever, the airbox, the air cleaner, the on the soft tail, the wings on the little side of the oil bag. And it was all things that were for aesthetic beauty, the paint, again, the craftsmanship. Went back to big wheel baggers and then to the baggers finally. And now they're light. They don't really throw a lot of paint at them. They're all carbon fiber, so they want to feature that. So, you know, that's where we're at.
Yeah. Well, it's really come, I don't know, full circle. I mean, has it got
I don't know
any?
if it's ever been a part of the circle before. This is a new part of the circle.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can they even dream up? I don't know. I always think it's okay. This is probably like the epitome. This is it, and then nope, something else comes up.
Here's where they're at now. So when they first did it, they kind of based it a little bit on traditional bike show stuff. They would try to get the maximum amount of horsepower out of the bike, and it would work, but it wouldn't work long enough. You know, they needed to work for 8 laps or so. So now they're figuring out how much horsepower is really usable, before it becomes a time bomb. And then, you could keep putting taller and taller shocks, but there's a tipping point on that too. So it goes from that's long enough to wait, that's too long. So everyone's figuring that out. Knock weight off the bike. The lightest Harley bagger that we've ever weighed was 524 pounds. And that's from 850. So
really? Wow,
yeah,
I'm surprised at that.
That's the lightest one we've had. And I mean, guys that are quite a bit heavier, but I mean, for the most part, that's what, that's the best we've got so far.
Man, I got to tell you what. So just going down to the Sons of Speed, I'm only going back to that because my son is racing in that in a couple of weeks. And, the track grows. Like every time we go down, there's more people and there's more people and there's new people. Do you find that the same way? Oh, yeah. I mean, there's, tell me, what's his name? My guy on here with us?
Dan.
Oh, Dan, Prepper Dan.
Right now, he tells me he's coming. We were talking for 2 minutes off the air. He's got his bike. He's coming to Milwaukee. He's taking the race school. He's in. He's already hooked.
Yeah.
They got races of Road America, Elkhart, June 3rd and 5th, right here in Elkhart, Wisconsin. Coming
the Vintage Moto Fest.
Yeah, and Milwaukee's going to be a zoo this year. I'm bringing the wrecking crew.
I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
That is called, Dan, we got to get you a suit. We got to get you a suit. Yeah.
I don't wear suits, only to court.
Perfect. We'll just leather up his prison issue jumpsuit and he'll be ready to go. We'll put some hats in.
When I was in Milwaukee, I was talking with one of the guys from King of the Baggers. I forget his name. Started with an S, Chamberlain.
Steve Chamberlain, great guy. He's actually a BRL racer. So
yeah, Bagger Racing League.
This weekend in a 6th in a couple other classes, he did outstanding. He and a guy named Arnie Wells and Ravi Patel, they're really becoming the people's champion. The crowd loves the swagger they bring. It's a good time.
I didn't know who he was, and I went up and talked to him. He's a big guy, and and I'm staring at his bike, and I asked him, "Is this your bike?" He's like, "Yeah." And he was explaining how he hand built the seat to make it taller, and just went over everything he was doing. Really nice guy. I remember him. He used to have a truck out in Silver Lake, Michigan, sand dunes, and it said "Screaming Seaman." And I remembered him from that. He was familiar.
Oh my God.
Yeah, small world.
Yeah, small world.
So we had an FXR win this round too. Woo!
Yeah, I know you like that, Patty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucas Gabu was he rides for the Wounded Warrior Foundation. Great guy, ex-Marine, just passionate. Was one of the guys that started riding at tracks before they even had a class for him. So I was glad to see him get the points lead early, but he's got his hands full with Tony Salima and some of the guys. They were right there. They were all buddies nipping at their heels, but there's only one guy that gets to wear the belt, or gal. We've had some gals too, but gets to take home the belt for the race. And Lucas was able to do it on a 91 FXR.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Congratulations. I think the whole racing thing is family. I mean, how you've been in it for this portion of it for a couple of years. I mean, how instantly have a lot of those people become family to you? Oh,
I mean, they, whether it's, you need a rocker arm or whatever you need, they're going to make sure. It could be the guy that they're battling for the points championship. And if it means you give him your spare motor so you can race them, they're down. They're not going to say, I won the title because you broke. I could have fixed you and I didn't.
Right.
They'd rather fight than technicality.
That's how it should be. Absolutely.
Yeah, you all want to get out there and battle for sure.
Yeah. Good, clean competition.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, we've been very blessed with everybody, incredibly respectful of each other on the track. No one's, taking a cheap shot or, kind of, break check somebody in a corner, something that's, kind of dirty pool in this thing. So everybody in top shelf.
That's awesome. I can't wait. Till you come to Milwaukee. What's in between now and then?
There's a lot of these guys, they run major corporations, Robbie Lane, Alloy Art, Luke Leatherman, Fueling, David Eckert and Chris Eckert, Saddleman. So they're in the meat of things. And we know that, Sturgis is coming up pretty soon, which is, kind of a tradition that why would you try to mess with something like that? Be foolish. Right. So I want these guys, they're all businessmen. They get back, they hammer down, make sure that all of us get all the parts and accessories we need to keep running. And then at the end of the year, they, we're going to bring them all to Milwaukee. And then after that, a month later, we'll take them to Daytona.
Okay, cool. So in between that time, what are you up to? Because I know you don't sit still. You don't let any grass grow.
No, we've got pro motocross starts in just a real short period of time. So we have a whole series of that. And then we have a few other concepts that we're going to release very soon. I know that there's a few people that really want to try this, and we really want to see what the Midwest and the East Coast appetite for this is, before we schedule a full event. So we may work with a couple of existing promoters to bring a track day experience. And that gives everybody the chance to really get a feel for it before they before they totally strip their bikes of the lights and things like that, So we're working on some things so that people can experience it. And then hopefully in 2023, our schedule is going to be a little bit more inclusive to the Midwest and the East Coast.
Awesome. Fantastic. So you'll have maybe one of those track days at either Road America or Chicagoland Speedway, Route 66?
Well, Chicagoland's, I don't even know if that's operational anymore. We'd be more probably interested in Blackhawk Farms.
Okay.
Just a little bit north up in Wisconsin. It's they do a lot of track days up there. I guess the people are incredibly motorcycle friendly. So we might, maybe try to work with them just to, give the folks around there. I'm sure everybody would like to try it before the actual race comes to town. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Get out there. I hope you get some more women too. I'd like to see that happen.
Yeah, no, we have Patricia Fernandez. She races with us. She was over in Ireland racing a road race proper, like through the streets and things.
Yeah.
Weekends couldn't join us.
We had her last week. So this is why it's the boys this week.
Yeah, there's definitely a few girls that do it. And, to be honest with you, I mean, they're very capable. So yeah, if there's some girls that want to give it a try, there are some girls doing it for sure.
There's some girls out there that are kicking ass and taking names and competitive. I think women have that competitive streak in them as well, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, we're human beings.
I mean, this has been a guy's game for forever. And now that women are stepping into it, of course, they're going to be competitive. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's where it's all happening at the track. Hey, Rob, I know that you got to race off right now, but we really appreciate you being on, and maybe we can catch up with you mid-summer and see what's going on and get some updates.
Oh, that'd be outstanding. We look forward to it. And I want to thank Penny once again for all of her, not only hard work, but she was really a real help this weekend at the race with, she's been around the industry forever, and it certainly showed. She moved effortlessly through the pits, and all the help from the rest of the staff. You guys and girls were awesome. And thanks for the chance to let the world know that the BRL is coming to Milwaukee.
Fantastic. Well, if you need any help in Milwaukee, I'd love to help out.
Okay, well, what the hell's holding you back? Let's go. I need all the help.
Okay, you got it.
Outside right now. I want you dancing up front with one of those signs going,
there we go.
Let's go.
I got to say something really quick. I had no idea what I was walking into. And to see this man work, behind the scenes and what everybody does just impressed the hell out of me. I mean, I really super impressive. I heard he had things buttoned up, but it was really a cool experience. So thank you for the opportunity, Rob.
You're part of the family now, Penny. Don't think that you're locked in. It's like the mafia. You don't get out.
Right.
Well, and it doesn't surprise me at all. Rob is just full of life. I mean, he is the party. So I can't even imagine that. Yeah. I mean, and you'll still be announcing over the summer, right?
Oh, yeah. If you guys come out to the Outdoor Nationals, there's a lot of action going on there. I guess probably the closest we get to you guys would be Crawfordsville, Indiana.
Cool.
And that's towards the end of summer. And then we have another one that's in Buchanan, Michigan. And that's Redbud, they call it. It's one of the most famous parties in all of motocross. They have this whole entire camping section that's it's way past PG-13. I don't know what the hell you call it when you get
I mean, we know you're not having any fun there.
Oh,
I think the flag man learned from him.
Yeah, he's a great guy. But listen, I hate to do this, but I got to dip. I got things to do, and you guys got a show to do. Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it, and keep going on, all right?
Right on, man. Sounds good.
Rob.
Bye-bye.
How can you tell if somebody actually cares? Look at their actions. At Full Throttle Law, we are all about protecting riders. That means we don't just organize rides, we take action to keep riders safe. We have sponsored or created over 20 safety-focused events in the past year alone. Emergency response classes, first aid courses, riding seminars, track days, garage nights, and fundraisers for local independent charities. Any law firm can help you get a settlement if you get hurt. But we're already on the road with you, doing everything we can to make sure we all get home safe at the end of the ride. If you've been hurt in any kind of accident, tell your smartphone to call Full Throttle Law. We ride together. Are you ready to ride? Seafoam Motor Treatment was born with a focus on being a safe and effective product that helps engines run cleaner and last longer. Seafoam Motor Treatment is now one of the best-selling additives in North America. Seafoam Motor Treatment is an all-petroleum blend that helps lubricate upper cylinders while it cleans, helping engines to run cleaner, run smoother, and last longer. Seafoam products have attracted a passionate following as the proven choice for mechanics, vehicle enthusiasts, and all sorts of people who love or depend on engines. We've grown since our humble beginnings, but our focus is still the same. Safe products that are proven to work and keep engines and equipment running their best. And if you're looking for a great cleaning combo for your bike, try Seafoam Bugs Be Gone to clean and Seafoam Fast Shine to detail. Ask for it at your local retailer. Seafoam, the trusted choice since 1942. Check out the website for the full line of products, locations, and videos at seafoamsales.com and like us on Facebook. While some products fix problems, Andrews solves them. With nearly 50 years of passion, precision, and high performance, Andrews Products changes the world of motorsports. Engineered and manufactured in-house, Andrews excels by using aircraft steel, then machining to the closest industry tolerances. If you need powerful cams, gears, and transmissions for your ride that are proudly made in America, use Andrews Products. Contact AndrewsProducts.com or call our tech line Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 847-759-0190. Harley-Davidson is synonymous with trips, traveling, and women riders. Harley-Davidson supports all women riders, and they are excited to support the AMCA Riveters Club first event, Chicks on 66, a 14-day cross-country ride June 11th through the 26th that follows Route 66 from Chicago, Illinois to Santa Monica, California. Harley-Davidson hosts Chicks on 66, launching the ride from the Harley-Davidson Museum on Friday, June 10th, where the day's schedule will include rider registration, motorcycle tech check, meet and greet, dinner, riders meeting, and optional museum tours. On Saturday, June 11th, riders will depart for Chicago, setting forth on Route 66 on Sunday morning. Follow along on Harley-Davidson's website, the Riveters, and Open Road Radio's Facebook page, where you can see, hear, and follow the stories and interviews from Harley-Davidson representatives and these 40-some motorcycle enthusiasts. That's Chicks on 66 cross-country ride June 11th through the 26th. Check it out on Open Road Radio.
Warm weather means more friends, more road trips, more fun, and more people on the road. But it also means more distractions. Summer brings out motorcycle riders, so please remember to look twice, even 3 times, to see motorcycles and to cut down on distractions while driving. Let's keep this summer fun.
All right. And we are off to the races again. And this guy, I'm going to get to meet him. Gosh, I think it's coming up on a week from Thursday. So with no further ado, Chris Boone, number Lucky 13, is joining us by phone from where? Tennessee?
Yeah, Nashville. I live in Goodlettsville, actually, just north of Nashville, suburb of Nashville. I live out in the country. I'm 15 minutes from downtown.
Fantastic. Boy, you could hear it in that quick draw he's got, huh? Chris, thank you so much for joining us on Open Road Radio for Motorcycle Mondays. And off to the races we go. How long have you been racing?
Most of my life. I started when I was probably 5 years old. And I grew up in Kentucky racing and turned pro when I was 16. And till I was in my mid-30s racing professionally. And then I started doing the hooligan stuff a few years ago.
Fantastic. So when you were 16, you turned professional?
Yes. Yeah, that's when you get your pro license at 16. And I did 2 years as a entry, as a they called it pro-am back in those days. It's they call it something else now. I think basic expert or whatever they call it now. But yeah, then I moved up to expert in 2 years and started getting my national number.
Dan, what were you a pro at 16?
Me?
Are you sure you want to ask him that question?
No. Great. Chris, that's awesome. How do you like working with Andy and Billy for Sons of Speed?
We've had a good relationship so far. This is kind of my first time working with them. I met them in Daytona at New Smyrna, and I was riding for Freddie Baldwidge there, and had a little spin out and threw Freddie's bike into the wall at about 100 miles an hour, and I kind of made a name for myself right off the bat with that. And so good or bad, any press is good press, I guess. And then we kind of made a relationship out of that, and then and Billy lives here in Tennessee, of course, and it kind of just fell into our lap with the Tennessee Jam, and I'm excited to be helping them with it and kind of bringing some racing to Tennessee.
Fantastic. Wow, that just led to a whole bunch of questions I have for you. Okay, so first, we're talking about Tennessee. So how is the track there? Have you been on it?
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, I promoted my first race that I've ever done the promotion on last year there at the track. It's called Tennessee National Raceway in Hohenwald, Tennessee, which is about an hour south of Nashville. And yeah, beautiful red clay, banked up stock car track. It's smooth as any road you ever drive on. It's really nice.
Wow, that is awesome. Yeah, it's going to be exciting for a lot of us. I'm glad that it's a little bit closer to home, being out of Chicago. So it's kind of fun that other than where have they had them? Obviously the Hooligans have been up in Milwaukee. Got to see that. That's a big fun.
Yeah, Flat Out Friday. That's always a good time. Yeah,
that is a great time. So that's convenient. But then other than that is, Florida, New Smyrna, or the track in Sturgis, I think. So I'm not, I'm glad this one is a little bit more Midwesternish.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good central location. I think we have 10 hooligan guys signed up already. And it's kind of a last minute deal, adding the hooligan class to the Sons of Speed thing. So we got 10 already. I was hoping for 20, but 10 will be a good show, and kind of a last minute deal, kind of threw together with just a few weeks notice. So we'll have 10. We'll probably have 15 by the day of the race. There's always it's hard to get everybody lined up and pre-enter everything. So we'll probably have 15 day of the race, and it should fit in the program really well.
Fantastic. What category are you in?
I'll do I'm riding the hooligan class.
Okay.
And I may ride for Freddie again in the fast 45s if he got his bike back together that I tore into pieces last time at New Smyrna.
Did you get hurt?
A little bit, nothing too major. I had to get some fluid drained off my knee, and my shoulder has some stretched tendons and stuff. And I'm 46 years old, so anytime I hit the ground anymore, it hurts pretty good. So I limped around for a few days. I had a big race the next night in Volusia County in Daytona, Volusia Speedway on the hooligan bike, and I got third that night on the hooligan bike. I led my heat race for a while, and I was a little sore, but so you had to get back up and race the next day. So I had to kind of shake it off.
Man, what are you taking that makes you Mr. Indestructible?
Well, I've hit my head a lot. Is what my mom said. That helps some.
That's fantastic. So I was at that race and I did hear about that, and we were praying for the guy and here I am interviewing the guy. So
yeah,
I'm glad
thank you for your prayers. Yeah,
I'm glad to see that everything has been as good, and can't wait to see you race again.
Thank you.
Dan, you got to come with me this time. These guys going around that track is just amazing.
I sold like a 2-in-1. It had gas shocks, dual plug head, Evo Sportster 1200S to this hooligan guys that came down for it. And I seen them up on the ice in Milwaukee years ago. They're out for blood. Yeah, they race pretty hard. And I'm down, Gina. It's always an adventure.
How long have you been racing with the hooligans?
Started doing the hooligan stuff probably 3 years ago, I think. I mean, this is my 4th season, I think. It started with the X Games when Harley Davidson was a title sponsor for the X Games for a couple years. They added the hooligan class to the X Games, and I was lucky enough to get to go do that. I qualified the first year in Boise, and made it to the X Games out of that. They had 110 people there. They hit 48 to the X Games, and I ended up 5th overall in the first year. And so we go back the next year, and we go to Industry, California to qualify again. And I qualified 3rd for the following year, and then I was one in the last transfer spot to make the top 6, and a guy wanted a little more than I did. It seemed like he coming in and he run my foot over, and I broke all the bones in my foot, in my left foot.
Oh my God!
So that ended my day. Needless to say, at the X Games, it didn't go as quite as I had planned the following year. But it is what it is now. That's how I got started. I got the Harley dealership here in Nashville. Boswell's is who I ride for. And that got them involved in the hooligan deal, and so they're very supportive of me, and I get lots of help from the industry, and so it makes it a little easier to go racing.
Boswell's been a good name in the industry for a long time, and that's just crazy. Ran over your foot. Oh my God.
Yeah, we wear a skid shoe on our left foot. It's a metal shoe that slides on the ground. You can probably see in some of the pictures, and it was folded 90 degrees. With my foot still inside of it. They had to cut the strap off and get my foot out of it, and that was it was they had to pin and put pins and everything and get all my bones back straight. And see, it's definitely not you got to be a little crazy to do it for sure.
I hope you have a lot of arthritis cream or smoking a lot of weed or something, because man, you are.
Yeah, I'm going with D on that one.
Yeah. Well, Dad's gonna have to hook you up then.
Yeah. Sure.
So when are you gonna be on the West Coast next?
It just depends. When gas gets cheaper, it sounds like I can afford to drive out there now. Sure. I'm not sure. We did the X Games deal. The qualifier was there at Industry, friend. We would do Paris the next day, and I'm not sure. We work with Kelly Inman a lot, and he comes to Tennessee quite often. He's doing something with Netflix here in Chattanooga, I think. We're doing a flat track Netflix special or something, and coming up, I'm going to be part of that, maybe, I think. And so interesting story. I'm not sure. We don't have a West Coast trip planned this year, but we can always hop in the van and take off. We don't plan a whole lot most of the time.
Yeah.
How long?
Let me know when.
Okay,
How long
sure.
has 13 been your lucky number?
Yeah, I've always been there. Like when I played baseball when I was a kid, I was 13, and I was number 89C during my early professional career. And then they call it, they get a national number once you make a main event, once you make the top 18 for the first time, and make it in the main, you get to pick your national number. And so 13 was cool, and it was open, and of course nobody else wanted it, so it was open. And I've gotten a lot of support from having number 13, and it kind of stands out. It's just a number.
Yeah, I've got 13 on my arm, but I gotta find
cool,
it. Yeah, so 13 is a good number.
Yeah.
I loved those. I watched that the Harley Davidson, the X Games. Do you think they're going to bring those back ever? I thought that was really cool, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it all hinged on Harley Davidson being the title sponsor, and I don't know if they got enough publicity out of that for their demographic, for the people they were shooting for from the X. I'm not sure. I would love to. It was great for us.
Yeah.
I've raced all over the country, and I've got to go to England to race flat track, and but the X Games is one of the coolest things I've ever got to do, to roll in that in the stadium in Minneapolis there, and just be part of that show was unbelievable.
Well, I was surprised because I think it kind of came up really fast, and I don't know if it had too much pre-promotion, but I know when it was happening, it was rocking. So yeah, I would love to see them bring that back as well, with more awareness and more publicity around it, beforehand.
It's definitely a hurry up deal there. All our races are kind of laid back and kind of easy going, but there it's laid back and you're not really doing nothing. And then when it's your time to go, it's like it's the TV deal, So it's everything's boom, boom, boom. It's hurry up. And so you got to go back to race, and it's a crazy experience for sure.
Well, I just want to know how many more laps do you have in you? You're still kind of in that.
Yeah, I don't know. My wife just got home. I have to ask her probably. She probably give you a little more accurate answer than I could.
Yeah.
But I'm 40. Like I said, I'm 46.
Good for you.
I'm still having fun, and getting to travel, and motorcycles has been, as much as I talk about being broken and stuff. They've been very good to me over the years, and I've got to do like I said, I've got to go to England to race. I've been all over the country racing motorcycles, and I met so many cool people that I can drive anywhere in the country and have a place to stay. And just a phone call away, call somebody that I know or something. It's been very good to me. So it's kind of hard to replace,
Well, you ask your wife how many laps, how many laps she thinks you have in you. That could be a completely different answer,
Exactly. She's kind of rolling her eyes at me now. She's very supportive, and she's the first when I crashed at Sons of Speed, and she was the first one out there to get me, and I was knocked out for a minute, and I got up, and she was helping me, and I got the ambulance, rode me back to the pits, and she looked at me. She said, "This was just an exhibition race, and I was battling for the lead and got caught up racing, and it was just for fun, but I get caught up in racing, and so I take it too seriously sometimes. I think when I could have just been out riding around and got second, but I had to try to win, but."
We were just talking to Rob about that. It's all a real friendly competition. You know what I mean? And it's serious, but it's a friend type thing.
Yeah, that's what the flat track people are. It's a big family, of course, and we travel the country together, especially in the pro days, and we would go beat on each other and try to kill each other for 25 laps, and then come back in the pits. We'll all drink beer together after the race. Everybody's buddies, go out to dinner, and but yeah, once you put the helmet on, you got no friends, and then you get off, and everybody's best friends after that. For the most part, there's a couple of little heated conversations every once in a while, but nothing too bad.
Yeah. Good. Good.
We're usually too broke up. We're too broke up to fight each other.
I break my legs shoveling snow. I mean, if you're gonna shatter your foot. I guess that's the coolest story you can tell is I shattered it racing bikes at the X Games.
Yeah, that does make for a good story. Yeah, for sure.
And how long
Yeah.
how long was it before you were able to race again after that?
That was in August. So October probably.
Oh, wow, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I didn't ask the doctor first, and they had to help. It was late October. I think we did some indoor stuff later that year. But yeah, I shattered my femur in Wisconsin, Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, in 2003 at Harley Davidson's 100th anniversary deal there, and that took, it was my left femur, and that took a little while to. That was almost a year recover from that. They had to cut my whole leg and thigh open and put a rod in there, and so that still gives me a little trouble here and there. But
yeah, I bet.
But yeah, that's about all the injuries, I guess. And but it takes a while. You gotta. That's the hardest part. You go from going 100 miles an hour to 0. You're sitting on the couch, and all you're operating the remote control for 6 months.
So what are you bringing down? What's the Sons of Speed bike you're bringing?
I'm not sure. I was going to ride for Freddie again, and but I'm not sure. He talked about he might not come now, and so if not, I'm just going to ride my Boswell's my hooligan bike, my 1200 Sportster.
Okay.
And the yellow one there in the pictures that I sent you as that's I ride for West Side Truck Parts out of Owensboro, Kentucky. It built that bike for me, and Boswell's has me one too for a spare. And you gotta, when you crash as much as I do, you gotta have two just in case you break one. You roll another one out. They need a spare rider sometimes.
Absolutely. Chris, it's so cool. I can't wait to get to see you in person. Carl's bringing up the yellow bike right now. Very cool. And man, I just can't believe the history you have in racing, man. Since you were 16, you're spanning over a couple decades there. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we had a long career for sure, and I've been very blessed to be able to do it that long. And like I said, that's all I ever wanted to do. When my teachers and stuff would ask me in school what I was going to be, I was going to be a professional motorcycle racer. And I never had another option. I never had another plan. Or what are you going to do if that don't work out? There's no other plan. It will work out. And it did. I mean, I'm not rich by any means, but I've got to travel all over the place and sleep on a lot of couches over the years. And so it's like I said, it's been good to me, but it's definitely been a challenge for sure.
Wow, that's incredible. That's awesome. Living the dream, baby. Living the dream. Thank you so much for joining us on Motorcycle Mondays and sharing your story with us, sharing your life and sharing your career. It's exciting for me I always think that I have the best job until I hear somebody else's, and then I like, oh, they got the best job. So I think that's pretty cool.
I cut grass and drive a truck all day. It's my job. My quote job isn't that exciting, but I was mowing a yard all afternoon today. But not so much. The motorcycle racing doesn't pay all that great anymore, or that it ever did. But a lot of fun for sure.
Kind of like being a musician, right?
It has a lot of similarities.
Yeah,
Lots of similarities. Yeah.
Well, I don't know, with all of the popularity that, Sons of Speed is getting and just racing in general, which I think, since the hooligans and Mama Tried and Flat Out, Fridays, I just think that it's going somewhere. So hopefully there'll be a little bit of coin in it.
Yeah, I think so. We make a little bit of money now, and but just enough to get us to the next, like a musician, but not enough to get us to the next venue, and
yeah.
To the next couch that we're sleeping on or whatever. But yeah, hopefully it picks up a little bit. I think with the Sons of Speed exposure and working with Billy's going to be a good opportunity to kind of, maybe we can work together and do a hooligan series next year or something. Add that with the Sons of Speed and kind of do a little variety of stuff.
Fantastic. Well, we can't wait to see you on the track again. And your crew, you guys are all invited over to the couch. I got a good long big double couch, so you guys can rest assured anytime here.
All right, sounds good.
So, all right, thank you so much, Chris. It's been an absolute pleasure talking with you. Can't wait to see you in a couple 10 days now. I think of just
10 days, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
come on down. we'll go honky tonking Sunday night after the race in Nashville.
Fantastic. I'm in.
All right. Thanks
All
for
right,
having me.
Chris. Thanks so much. You have a great rest of your Monday, and we will talk to you very soon. We'll see you at the races, man.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, guys, we are going to take this show home with the two-wheeled happening. So next weekend, I am headed, hopefully Dan's coming, to the Sons of Speed in Tennessee. So we're going to be down there. I can't wait to go see everybody, all our friends and family, Moto family. That is May 26th through the 29th. And that is going to be a blast because Jake's going to be racing it. So good stuff there. And we've got the War Dogs charity ride. That is a big one for the Chicagoland area. That is June 5th. And always a great ride. It's a great charity. It's for the K9 for veterans. And it's to raise funds for one K9 for one veteran. And that's usually about $15,000 per dog, and we maintenance the War Dogs, take care of the dog through its lifetime. So great fundraising opportunity. So please get out there, Woodstock, Harley Davidson, look it up, War Dogs Charity Ride on June 5th. And you can look that up on Facebook. And they've got the Harley Quilt tickets on sale. Anybody can get them through me or any of the other War Dog members, and you can get them through Facebook as well. So that's the Harley Quilt, and we'll be raffling that off on that day as well. So good stuff. You guys got anything local by you?
I'm tapped.
Dan.
And so unfortunately here in Las Vegas, we're getting into the super hot weather. So we don't have as many events. I mean, we do have some rides, but I'll keep you posted on those next week for sure. Fantastic. Dan, you might be heading to the Tennessee Revival.
I was thinking about that. I know a few guys that are going down there, and it's spring just hit right here, and it's busy season for everybody, especially after a mean winter. But I have some hairdo by Harley would be great right now,
Absolutely. Yeah. Along with the working and the spring stuff, we got a short season, so you got to get out there and ride and enjoy it.
I might not, if I go, I'm going to take the dresser, not the pan, if I'm going to go, I'm going to be barreling 100 the whole way,
Ride it like you stole it, baby. All right, guys, you guys have a great week, and we'll catch you right here next week on Motorcycle Mondays by Open Road Radio.
Thank you for tuning in to America's premier motorcycle talk show, Open Road Radio.
Hey, thanks for coming along. We hope you enjoyed the ride.